Jackie Lee Price for Shadowboxruk UK. Today's guest is ranked #2 in the world. Oh my God. Been watching this kid since the amateurs. He's one of Ibox's boxers, I guess. And he will be fighting on the 29th of October, Archie Sharp.
How you doing? You're right. Oh, I'm very well. Thanks for having me on. How you been?
Yeah, I can't complain. Look at the sunlight. Just hold on a minute. Look at that little sunlight coming through there.
Beautiful, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I'm good. I can't complain. Busy as ever. How is life treating you?
Yeah, life's very well at the minute, thanks. Very well. I'm very blessed, let's put it that way. I'm very blessed.
Yeah. Have you just not had a baby? Well, not you, but haven't you just recently had a baby?
Yeah, so my little girl's 5 months now, June she was. Yeah, June.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was supposed to be on the day of my fight, so everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, I was going to say that would have gone down really well.
Yeah, June, and then my fight got postponed to July. So it all worked out well. Yeah, so now she's doing well, thanks.
Yeah. So you were there, were you?
Yeah. So the day I was supposed to go up to Birmingham for the weigh-in, it was when she was due, when she was here, so when she arrived. So everything kind of worked out, planned out double well. So yeah, exciting time. So I've got a busy household, 3 kids. So everything's busy, but I won't change it for the world.
Have you got a little man cave though that you kind of have to take yourself off, especially after you finish training? Because I'm gathering you get back home, all the kids are hello, daddy, hooray, and they're all on you. Can you sometimes like find a little space just for Archie?
Yeah. I can have my little time. And the missus, she's good as well, so she knows if I need that bit of time, the kids will be took away or whatever, and or off to their room. So no, it's all good.
Yeah, that's nice. So listen, let's talk about your last fight against the Mexican Diego Andrade. I hope I've said that correctly. But yeah, lovely little fight, a step up, a little bit of MMA involved as well.
Yeah.
But a great little fight. First one under Ibox. Have you had a look back, and what's your assessment on that?
Yeah, I watched the fight back straight when I got out of the ring, really, because at the time where I had a few cuts and that, I thought I wasn't overly impressed with my performance. But when I sat back and I watched it, everybody knows I'm my biggest critic. Do you know what I mean? I know what I'm capable of doing, and I know how good my ability is. So when I'm coming out and things are a bit messy, it does frustrate me a bit. But it's the first one after having near on, I think it was a year out, first team with the team, broken arm. And then obviously with the baby arrival, there was a lot of build up to the fight. And but the main thing was we got in there and we got the job done. Do you know what I mean? I won clearly. I could have made it more clearer, but do you know what I mean? I'm still learning as well as where I am in my rank with #2 in the world. I'm still learning as I'm going, and I'm still winning. So I can't complain at all.
Yeah. Do you think though, Arch, because I know, like, I know you a long time, and you are, really, really hard on yourself. But do you think there was also not just the pressure, because now obviously you're moving up the ranks, but is there a little bit of pressure? You're at the Ibox gym; it's got a name for itself. Did you feel a little bit of pressure because also the last fight against Jeff O'Forey that you had to prove more?
Yeah, I think I put a lot on my shoulders, really, because I put a lot of pressure and I overwhelmed myself because I tried to do too much. And the thing is, what I've learned with myself is less is more. So I've tried to do too much, and it just gets messy sometimes, trying to load up. But the great thing is with my nutrition side of things, I've done it properly. From where before with the Jeff O'Forey fight, I noticed it after the 4th or 5th round, my energy levels just zapped out of me, and there was a few reasons why that could have been, and I think my nutrition was one of them. So this time here, we've done everything well with the nutrition before and after the fight, and the energy levels were brilliant. I think I remember coming back to our saying my energy levels were brilliant. I'm fit. I feel good. Just my timing was a little bit out, but that's why I'm just thankful and grateful to be back out on the 29th, keeping that momentum going, headlining my first show back at the York Hall. Fans are going to be there. Even though the fans were there at the Royal Albert Hall, it was only, I think, limited. It was 1,000, so it felt like no one was there in that big arena. But York Hall, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, I love a fight at York Hall because every man and the dog comes out, don't they?
Oh yeah, and like you say, every seat in the house is a great view. Like, it's just great.
Yeah, yeah. What I will say though is, listen, you're starting to sort of settle down a little bit more. Listen, Arch, we know you can do. You've got a bag of tricks. We already know you've got a bag of tricks. But I tell you what, you did show your strength on that night. You picked up that kid and flipped him over your shoulder like it was nothing.
No, I bet leg work there. Didn't miss my leg work for that camp for sure.
Oh my God. And then carried on boxing. But yeah, in terms of you saying a little bit, you felt you were a little bit undisciplined. Al also thought you were a little bit undisciplined as well. He did say obviously some great things about you, but he did say that you were undisciplined, and he wishes that you would just. Sometimes you don't listen, which I'm guessing that's a trait of a lot of boxers. But I was watching that fight, Arch, and I was just thinking, Arch, I wish you would just box.
Mm, I know. And when I come back and I watch it, I'll say, what is wrong with you, Arch? I think now, for myself, like I say, 20 fights, I used to get drawn in with the crowd, but I'm looking forward to next week, and I've got to put a few things right, and just got to stick to our boxing, and it is what it is. Like, I can win fights, and I know I can win fights with just off my jab. That I can beat opponents with just my jab. And sometimes when I watch my own fights back, it's frustrating, especially people who have known me since day one, and like yourselves. Oh, I lost you. I was
Yeah.
just saying, so people come through, like yourself and my family, friends, everyone who's seen me coming through the boxing knows how good my ability is, and I can win just off of jabs. And it just goes to show. That's why I believe I can mix with these top fighters. I believe I am a top fighter, and now I've got to showcase it. I've got to stop letting my ego get the best of me and wanting to fight and show the crowd that I can have a punch up, because everybody knows I can. I'm tough, I'm strong, I've got a heart. But now I've just got to showcase my skill now, and that's what I'm going to go back to doing. And that's why, like I say, I'm always thankful, because I'm still 20-0, ranked number 2 in the world, WBO Global Champion, been the European champion, and I'm still able to make these fine adjustments and still keep winning.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I do like what I'm hearing though. There has to be the athlete has to recognise between, I'm listening to my ego and letting my ego take over, to just like sitting in it, boxing. Do you know what I mean? And listening to your corner, because I think one of the other things that Al was saying is that, you half listen and you half don't. But in your defense, is that down to just a new team? Maybe he says things a little bit differently to how Rich says them. What is that about?
I think with what it is over the years, it's kind of, I've drummed it into myself. With me and Richard, it was such a father-son sort of relationship, and it was too close on the two personal bases. We was friends for so long. He's always his family. Do you know what I mean? So, and sometimes you don't always listen to family. So many years now, I've been doing kind of what I want to do in the ring, and I think just trying to break that bit of rhythm, that pattern that I've had for so long. But now watching it back, listening to the corner in between the fights, and I know that is exactly what I've got to work on. There's a few things. That's why the momentum's there now. I'm out again straight away, and I can put all of these things right before we get to that where we need to be.
I'm going to ask you a hard question now, Arch. So you're ranked number 2 in the world, and we that have known you for years and years, listen, we know, and it's all very well we can say what we know and what we've seen, etc. But do you think to date that you have shown, world class level in your fights?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. That's why people will say, who don't know me, oh, what is he mad? Does he think he can come? I see the comments and people think, but I know what I got to do, and I know when I've got to turn it. Well, I've got to turn it on every fight. But I'm saying, for me, I've had it in my head so long, and so over the years, I've done it so many years back to back, where I always was fighting at elite level. and I haven't really had them opponents at elite level, which I want to be fighting. So maybe I've let that. I've got to be disciplined now. I've got to be disciplined, and no matter what, who's in front of me, I've got to box and just do the best job instead of keep thinking, oh, I've got another fight here today, get complacent. Do you know what I mean? I've got to liven myself up, which I am doing, and stay disciplined and treat every fighter as a world level fighter.
But what I can say from that is, though, what is great is that you have got that fire in you, you have got that heart, you have got that desire, and maybe it might also work in your favour that, like you've just been saying on social media, people are saying, "Who does he think he is?" Well, we know what you can do. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe some people might underestimate you.
Yeah, definitely. That's another way I've been looking at it, because some fighters, I've said, if they think it's so much of an easy step, they'll take the fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm ranked number 2. I've got a great record, ranking. So yeah, it can make people a bit vulnerable, maybe, so to take the fights. So I just got to trust the process. Everything's working very well. I'm in great shape, and now I just look forward to doing what I've got to do and showcasing my skills. That's the main thing. And after Shakur and Jamel last night as well, watching them show, just goes to show you can showcase your skill and still be talked to that right level, instead of keep wanting to knock everyone out and keep showing everyone how much heart and how game I am. Do you know what I mean?
We already know that. Do you know what I mean? It's like I was talking to Pierce earlier on, and you've got Jordan in the gym. So you've got on that fight night, you've got 4 of you from the Ibox.
Yeah.
So you all sort of, generating this real buzz about you. Do you know what I'm saying? And something that Pierce was saying is, when he came into the game from the amateurs, he was known as a knockout artist, and then everyone expects you to be a knockout artist. But it's like, well, hold on, yeah, Arch, Pierce, you can knock out, but you can do other things as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think, like you say, if you just stick to your boxing and break them down, the stoppages come on later on. Instead of keep trying to punch people. After Declan Garrity and I got that big knockout, I kind of thought to myself, right, that's it. Everyone I hit with a left hook's going out, and it never. And then all of a sudden you're trying too hard. Like, I know I can punch, and then even like when I'm on the pads, I was padding people and Eddie Lamb as well. They've got so much experience over the years, and they've even said to me, Archers, for a super featherweight, you can generate
Bang.
some. Yeah. So now all of a sudden I'm thinking to myself, right, as soon as I hit this fella, they're going to sleep. But it don't always work it like that. Do you know what I mean? So just got to stay disciplined and box and not get cuts. I can't afford any more cuts.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, it made it look like you'd been banged up in it. It was like if somebody hadn't seen the
Yeah.
fight, do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I guess you just mark easy.
They want to see the next day when I'm taking the kids to school and all that. And they're like, yeah, my daddy's had a fight. I got marks. And they're like, hang on a minute. They're pulling me in. But I said, no, I've had to put them straight and say, no, it's boxing.
Yeah, it's actually my job. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
You've moved to Ibox. Has it been a year yet?
Yeah, what would be? That's what time's flying. It'll be coming up to a year very soon. Yeah, or if not a year now. Yeah.
So what sort of things can you see in yourself that you go, geez, you know what? If I'd have moved, no disrespect, but like if I'd
Yeah.
have moved sooner, or because sometimes only a coach can take you so far, and that's not just necessarily talking about ability, their ability. It's also about sparring and this and that. So you're in this gym now that is like teeming with talent. So what
Yeah.
kind of things are you seeing in yourself? Like, damn, I'm good.
Well, like you say, for one, the main thing is you walk in on a Monday or whenever, and then you're sparring today, and you got all these great opponents, people training. So and also they're trying to be where I'm being, as where I am now. Like, they're hungry, like they're up and coming. They're a lot of younger. Some of them are a lot younger than me. Obviously, the youngest you got. Michael Burke, and you've got Dennis, like young. You've got Sam, who's next out, going to be fighting for his first title now. So it's very exciting times in there. So like you say, for one, I think my main notice is, like I say, the sparring is there, and it keeps you've got it all the time. I'm not constantly going looking for sparring. And Al and Eddie have got such a great bond and experience. That's all that me and Richard and that was lacking, really, was the experience. We kind of turned pro together. We done everything, that first title fight together. first defense was together. Everything was new to us. Do you know what I mean? It was our first time. So whatever we do is new. Where Al's been there, done it, seen it, got the t-shirt, and he's got the bags of experience. And I think that's what I needed, and it's generated, and it's showing now. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, that year with Al, we've had ups and downs with injuries and bits and bobs, but the momentum's flying. I feel like I'm on fire at the minute, and I'm looking forward to the showcasing next week.
Nice. So who is it you've like bonded with the most there then? Who's like your all go-to person there? Not that you won't get on with anyone else, but
what do you mean, like boxer wise?
yeah. So when you're like in training, who's the one that you kind of pit each other? If they're hitting the bags 10 times, you're hitting it 12 times.
I would say it's probably me and Noxie, me and Sam.
Nice.
Me and Sam, we spar all the time together. Like, listen, everyone in there are cracking, you know what I mean? There's no one in there that I don't get on with. Everyone, it's all good in there. But me and Sam, we live near each other. Like we've got that bit of banter, and so yeah. But yeah, everyone in there's spot on.
There's one person that I'd like to see out a little bit more because, well, in my eyes, he's underrated. But Ginge, I'd like to see Ginge out a little bit more.
Yeah, Ginger's a bit of he's a dark horse. I've known Ginge for a long time. I've been sparring him coming through the amateurs as well. And I know he's young. He's a good kid. And I think once he gets his momentum going and gets going, I think that's when he'll start showing. But like his last performance out, it was brilliant. Like he boxed really, really well. And I'm excited to see how his career plans out, because he's a very good kid.
Yeah, he is. So who do you think is the most underrated in the gym at the moment?
I know it's hard. It's a bag. It's the gym's literally flying at the minute. So many dark horses in there.
Elliot
I mean,
Well?
you got Elliot Well. It's the same again. Known him since day one, and I think Elliot's got the basics down to the T, and he's so strong. And I see him sparring, some good sparring, but they're all great fighters. It's hard to pick one. It's hard to pick one, but you got some good fighters in that gym, and it's and it's nice to be a part of the gym. The team's flying. The team is flying. There's so many potential world champions in that gym under one roof. It's scary, really.
It's frightening, actually, isn't it?
It is.
So you are headlining. Is this the first time you headlined?
Yeah, it's the first time I headlined. Yeah, first time.
Wow, congratulations. So 29th of October, Archie Sharp is headlining on the MTK Global it's a home show, isn't it, at York Hall? So is this starting to feel a little bit like, oh my God, I was dreaming about that back in the day?
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm just so blessed to be headlining my first show, and defending my belt, and also the undercard. That is a great undercard to be headlining. So, no, I'm very thankful, and MTK have done a really good job putting me on headlining the show, and now it's just down to me to put on a good show for everyone to enjoy it. But yeah, when you're a kid and you want to headline your first show, and now I'm doing it, I'm just ticking off my little tick list, and after this, obviously, pick up my world title strap, and then we'll go from there.
Keep on moving. So who else, apart from the Ibox kids, who else on that card do you rate?
There's some good kids in there. So I think that Sugar Shirt, he's on there. Good kid. I think he was looking at doing things in the Olympics. He's a good kid, and look forward to seeing him on his debut. And yeah, like I say.
What do you think about Tursabay Kulamed?
Yeah, the Kazakhstan kid.
Yeah, quality.
Yeah, great kid. Yeah,
quality.
He's with a good team as well with Jamie Moore. I'm looking forward to watching him. So there's some great fights on. He's a quality
There is
kid.
actually. It's packed. It's a packed card, isn't it?
A really, really, really good card.
Yeah. So listen, thank you very much for giving us your time, because I know you've got to go training now. Good luck. It's great, Arch, to see you sort of just breaking barriers, breaking through, that tick list, like you said. I know you're going to be entertaining on Friday night. Thanks ever so much for giving us your time.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. Thank you.